third bout in our quadruple dip tonight here on Showbox. This one in the junior middleweight division between 14-0 John Thompson and 11-0-2 Frank Galarza, and it is an 8-round bout, not 10, as I previously mentioned. And here is a look at Frank Galarza wearing traditional Brooklyn garb.
Coney Island.
Yes, I believe it is, yes. You know what he had to do to get that pop? How many balloons he had to pop to get that hat? Frank Galarza had only 11 amateur fights before he turned professional. That was 3 years ago. And with 13 pro fights under his belt, I guess it's fair to say that he is learning on the job. He makes no bones about his style. He says, I like to bang. I like to go in there and brawl, and if I have to, I'll box, but I'd rather brawl. He comes into this fight off a 4-round TKO in September. Product of Brooklyn, 2 nicknames, Notorious and the Brooklyn Rocky. So, Steve, let's go behind the numbers on Frank Galarza.
Frank Galarza is 11-0-2, and he's going green. What I mean by that is Galarza hasn't faced any hard pros at all. His opponents have averaged only 9 fights per man. Older, but younger. Galarza is 4 years older than Thompson, but not further along. He's been in 2 scheduled 8-rounders. Thompson's already fought in the scheduled 10. And tall tale. In 2012, Galarza fought to a draw with prospect Alantes Fox, who remains unbeaten. The significance, Fox is even taller than Thompson.
And here is a look at the other half of the matchup. John Apollo Kid with 2 Ds, Thompson. He's 24 years old, been fighting professionally now for a couple of years. He comes off of an outstanding amateur career. He was the 2007 National Golden Gloves bronze medalist as a pro. Very active in his short time as a professional. 7 times he fought in 2012 and fought 4 times last year. He's already gone the full 8 rounds twice, and he comes into this fight off a 3rd round TKO. That was in November of last year. He's a boxer, tries to use his speed to get his opponents off balance, and oh, by the way, he is an artist. No, for real, he is an artist, and he enters the ring being trailed by 2 of his paintings, and we had an opportunity to see them, and they're actually quite good. All right, let's go behind the numbers.
Not only an artist, but a ballet dancer as well. Interesting man, John Thompson, undefeated, 14-0. Staying tested. Thompson's fought twice since defeating Giovanni Rodriguez on Showbox and continues to step forward. His opponents in those 2 bouts since were 10-1-1 and 14-2. Right-hand power. Thompson doesn't have an impressive KO percentage, but he hits harder than the stats suggest. 2 fights ago, he scored 2 knockdowns. 3 fights ago, 4 knockdowns. And staying down. Thompson stands 6'1", so he'll fight at middleweight someday, most likely. But so far, he's stayed at junior middle. Good idea, because his height and reach advantages are more pronounced in that division.
So that is the storyline here. John Thompson and Frank Galarza facing off in a scheduled 8-round junior middleweight bout. For the official introductions, once more, we take you to the center of the ring. Here again is Thomas Treiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing in the junior middleweight division, and it will be for the WBC Latino Championship. Brought to you by Lou DeBella's DeBella Entertainment in association with GH3 Promotions, Greg Cohen Promotions, New Legend Boxing, One Promotions, and Showtime. Our 3 judges scoring on a 10-point must system will be Gerald Deming, Teresa Mullins, and Mac Thornton. When the bell rings, our referee in charge. The 3rd man in the ring will be Keith Hughes. Introducing to you first the challenger to my right in the blue corner. He's wearing black and silver and weighed in at 153.5 pounds. Coming to us from Brooklyn, New York, he brings a professional record consisting of 11 wins, no defeats, 2 draws, with 7 of his 11 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Frank, the notorious Brooklyn Rocky, Galarza. And his opponent across the ring, he is the defending champion, fighting tonight out of the red corner, and he's wearing gold with black trim. His weight, 153.25 pounds. Hailing from Newark, New Jersey, he is undefeated with 14 wins, 5 come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the reigning and defending WBC Latino Junior Middleweight Champion, John the Apollo Kid Thompson.
All right, guys, I've already given you instructions in the dressing room. I'll remind you to listen to me at all times. Shake hands. Good luck to both of you.
We look at the numbers for these two. Look at the heights. Thompson's tall, he's long, he's a long junior middleweight. But a couple of years ago, Galarza fought Atlantis Fox. I mentioned it before. Fox stands 6'5", the tallest junior middleweight I've ever heard of. That fight was a brawl, and Galarza hopes this fight's a brawl. The rules unified here: no standing 8, no 3 knockdown. Only the ref can stop the fight. Can't be saved by the bell in any round. Accidental foul rule before end of 4, no decision. After that, we go to the cards, Barry.
All right, so we're set to go. Again, two fighters who have not yet tasted defeat. Galarza does have 2 draws in his 13 fights. And here we go. Galarza's going to be the guy who wants to get inside and rumble. Thompson will try and keep him on the end of the jab. Matador and Bull, as you pointed out. El Diamante.
Exactly, and let's see if Galarza plays that role. Like I said, he's got to be very careful. He can't afford to get hit with them kind of shots. He just got hit. Got to keep his hands up. Give him some head movement side to side. And so far, Thompson just very sharp and fast, quick.
He's got a heck of a jab, Thompson.
Yes.
He really does. It's long and it's hard and fast. Big difference in terms of amateur experience. Thompson, National Golden Gloves, bronze in 07. Only 11 fights for Galarza, although he did sneak in a New York Golden Gloves championship.
That jab, you pointed it out. It's not only is it strong, it's very quick.
Long, rangy jab, and he's tricky. You just got to keep it in his face.
In pro experience, you see that pretty similar. Turned pro around the same time, and the number of rounds not all that different as well. So a good matchup of unbeatens.
Thompson, not an easy guy to get inside of.
Well, Galarza's going to have to, because that's his only choice here.
Yeah.
And it's going to be hard to get underneath that jab. The longer he waits, the tougher it'll be for him. He'll get hypnotized by that jab. And just having that little flickering jab, it keeps you thinking. It offsets you. Really messes up your concentration.
And I don't know if it'll be a factor, guys, but I don't think I've ever seen a waistband as high as Thompson.
Boy, you're not kidding.
If it was any higher, he wouldn't be able to breathe. and you know, when Galarza goes to the body, that's relevant because what's low and what's not.
That was a nice combination by Thompson as Galarza stepped in.
There you go.
When they trade shots, what I saw from Thompson last time he was on Showbox, he's vulnerable because he sticks his chin up in the air, and you should always tuck your chin in, of course, especially when he's punching. And Galarza's camp made a point of that, so they're aware of it. Whether it's a factor or not, it's up to Galarza. See a little bit of it right there. His chin is out there. His gloves are not up. Thompson, his chin's tilted a little bit high.
10 seconds. 10 seconds remaining here in the first round. End of the first round, and we had an opportunity once again to talk to both these guys about what they need to do to win. Here first is John Thompson.
Brawlers, people that are punched, more so rely on their power. They don't want to necessarily move. They want to go anywhere. They want to stand right there and punch. I just circle them, just, pop my jab and just, being on both offense and defense at the same time. Whereas though being a puncher, you're focused on one thing, and that's just landing that one big shot. And what happens when that one big shot doesn't work?
Early rounds, I want to say first round, we'll fill him out, see where he's at.
I mean, if I want, technically, if I wanted to, I could probably even box him from outside. You know, I can even give him that. But we'll fill him out, figure him out, and then we'll see what happens from there. You know, second, third round coming in, we're definitely going to try to close the distance, not give him the space to move, and don't let him breathe, man. Just kind of break him apart.
Well, it all makes sense, but what Thompson said applied in the first round. Galarza comes right out with the right hand, staggered him. Just like that, left hand drops him.
4. It's over. 5, 6. He's done.
8, 9. That's it. Just like that.
That's it.
Hello, goodbye.
Where did that come from?
That came from a crouching start, I believe.
I'll tell you what. He had his game plan. He really surprised. He knew that he was going to lay back. And then the second, I mean, he just came out with hard shots, overhand. I think it was an overhand.
Well, he said he was going to feel him out the first round, see what he had. I guess he did.
We heard his strategy, and then he only threw 35 punches in round 1.
That's all he needed.
And he threw a lot fewer than that in round 2.
Right.
I mean, that was impressive.
Well, I'll be anxious to see the replay. I was talking in round 1 about the way Thompson sticks his chin up in the air, but I think he was just ambushed there.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, those punches came at the very start of round 2.
Yeah, he didn't expect that. He came.
And the first one was really all he needed.
Yeah, the right hand.
Yeah.
Thompson was so relaxed when he came out, and Galarza had his game plan. He came out quick, surprised him, just stunned him. He didn't expect that.
It was an ambush.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that says it.
Let's go.
And as happy as everybody is in Galarza's corner, you could tell they're a little surprised as well.
Yeah, I think so. Well, at least at how sudden it was.
But not as surprised as this guy.
No.
He doesn't know what happened.
All right, we're going to get a chance to see it. Here it is in real time. Well, it was the right hand. I mean, that first right hand just set the tone. It was over.
And to his credit, to Galarza's credit, he did set it up with a jab.
Overhand, and it was that left hook that really did the damage.
Yeah, and Raul, you said it was over. You knew because the way that Thompson fell.
Right.
Watch how he folds over here. And
look at his neck.
Yeah,
his head is like twisted.
His
like,
forehead is into the ground.
Right.
When a fighter falls face first, 95% of the time he doesn't get up.
It's over. Yeah.
Beautiful left hook. Wow, that
had to hurt. He's gonna feel that tomorrow. The way his head touched the ground, the ring, the mat, and he just.
I mean, that was sudden. Sudden is an understatement. Here's Thomas Triber making it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 16 seconds of round number 2. Our referee in charge, Keith Hughes, reaches the count of 10. Your winner by way of knockout, still undefeated, and new WBC Latino Junior Middleweight Champion, Frank, the notorious Brooklyn Rocky Galarza.
Impressive performance, to be sure, for Galarza, and I thought it was the right hand that started it. Really, for all intent, Thompson was done now, but the left hand really did finish it off.
Well, the numbers pretty meaningless because it was only 2 shots that mattered in round 2. Thompson was the busier fighter and the more effective fighter in round 1. He clearly won the round with his jab alone. Galarza did very little in round 1. Different fighter in round 2 at the start, and in 16 seconds he landed a crunching right hand and finished his man with a big left hook, and let's look at it. Well, I think the reason Thompson got clocked with that right hand is he started his own left hook.
Yeah.
And that left his chin exposed.
And that was the finishing blow.
Yeah, that was a leaping Joe Frazier left hook there, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And he went down very hard, as you pointed out.
Yeah, he was done. You know, that overhand, and what really made me say that he's done is the way when he landed that left hook and the way he landed, there was no way he's getting up there.
No, that was huge. All right, coming up next, the main event of the evening, 10 rounds in the lightweight division. Undefeated Ivan Redkach will get tested by the Canadian Tony